Yo, welcome back to Uncensored Locks. Today, we're joining you with heavy hearts. Today, rest in peace to George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and obviously, Ahmaud Arbery. Now, these three lives were taken by the lives of somebody who was supposed to serve and protect us. You feel me? The latest case is George Floyd, as Minnesota erupts into a fucking... Remember like 92 LA, right? Something similar. I'm not saying close. Something similar, but people are losing their shit, and
I love it.
I think it's justified. You feel me?
Justified.
Now, I'm gonna give a little backstory. George Floyd was arrested. We're not even sure why he was arrested, which is the funny part about it.
They say some type of fraud.
Right.
It was some type of fraud, criminal fraud, but it wasn't some felony.
Right.
It was a misdemeanor fraud. Misdemeanor fraud, exactly what it was.
They said that he was resisting arrest, and obviously you can't do
it.
no fucking crime in America no more because there's cameras everywhere.
But how was he resisting when he was on the fucking ground?
Exactly.
See, but what really bothers me is this case is eerily familiar to us.
Absolutely. Eric Garner in New York.
Eric Gardner, and it's so familiar into the sense of the I can't breathe and all of that. So the part that really bothered me, like obviously yes, the fact that he passed away, was the fact that we've been through this literally how long ago? Maybe a year or two?
Bro, it's been happening every year.
No, but this specific, we just
Arbery,
recently
like
saw
less than a month ago.
And now cops go and do the same thing. Why is it still even okay to put your knee on somebody's neck?
With that being said, that's why it's good what the fuck they doing.
And then my other part,
we're gonna unpack that. Go ahead.
And then my other part is the side of like, we're gonna have a lot of people come out, like for example, some of the things we've already seen, the people trying to make fun of it. But we're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna come out with the, oh well, he did the crime. If he couldn't take it, then he did. We're gonna have a lot of that. Like he's in trouble, or he did this and he did that. So why do we really care?
Media is a piece of shit for that, because at the end of the day, don't you think you can agree with this? Guilty until proven innocent. Am I right or am I wrong?
Absolutely.
So who is the media to want to cast judgment on somebody? Even us sometimes, because we do it too. You feel what I'm saying?
Man,
no one really knows still right now what was the situation behind it, the real situation why he was held down like that. We still don't know yet.
Me and Black Convo came across a post on Facebook, I think it was yesterday, of a white couple, basically a white lady putting her knee on a white man's neck, basically saying just like to prove that can't cause someone to die.
Right.
Already in the sense of mocking it. So from that end, we already expect that side to come. But then, like I said, you have those people, because you have some people that believe like if they're in jail or if they did this, if they did that, whatever happened to them in that situation, your fault. You should have never did what you did to put yourself in that situation.
It was a dude, bald head dude. You know what he said? There's a post that he put up on Facebook. They put his address out. You're lucky I know, because I shot it out right now too. I don't remember that shit. But it was like, yo, one less nigga that we got to deal with in the world.
Yeah.
And that's the best. That was only the best part. The worst part is that he left some nigga babies here. Yeah. What the fuck is that to be saying, my nigga? Right. Like, what are you thinking, my nigga?
No, I guess we're unpacking the racist part of this.
And I ain't gonna lie, check it. I'm sorry. I don't even feel like this particular one. I don't feel like it's a race thing when it comes to police, because, and I say this for the only reason that police, they're a brotherhood. You feel what I'm saying? Even when, let's use us for example. I see you putting your knee in her neck, and I know it's wrong, and you dish ragging and throwing her around. I know it's wrong, but because we hiding behind this shield, my nigga, I won't come out to you and be like, yo, my nigga, stop. That's wrong. Don't do that. You feel what I'm saying? And they hide behind. No, they hide behind that.
I agree that they have
brotherhood
that whole,
with them niggas, man.
Like brothers in blue. I completely understand that they have that. However, when you say that you don't think it's necessarily a race issue is where I have to disagree, because regardless if it was, oh, well, I know it's wrong, but that's my brother in blue, so I'm going to protect him.
I say no race issue because in this particular one right here that happened in Minnesota, if you look at these little riots that's going on, people having watch parties and shit, you know who I'm seeing most rioting and doing the most? It's not us.
Okay, I'm talking about specifically the
police,
the death. I'm talking about the act. I'm not talking about all of that other stuff. I'm talking about the cops, their reaction, how they handle it. I have to disagree that it was not a race thing, because this was another black man on, like he said, there was plenty of footage that ended up coming out where they tried to say he was resisting arrest, where you see this man did not resist at all. He walked where they told him to walk. He sat where they told him to sit, and then next thing you know, they have him on the ground, knee in his neck, and shit's exploding. If a white person or anyone else was in that circumstances screaming, I need help, or I can't breathe, their first concern would have been get them medical attention. He kept hearing him say, I can't breathe, and you watch him on the camera just ignore him. Yeah. On top of that, you have the crowd pleading with these officers, begging these officers, I want to help him. He can't breathe.
So with that being said,
he's not moving.
A lot of people was like, the people standing around recording this video,
and he had his knee on his neck for 7 minutes. The guy died at 4.
The guy said that a lot of people who were standing around, a lot of people are mad at them because they feel like they should intervene and should have did something, right?
What the fuck can they really do?
On the flip side, right? Let's say they did intervene.
And I've seen those posts.
Let's say they did intervene, right? Let's say they did go out there and they push the officer over. What do you think is going to happen?
They're going to get the same type of shit.
They're going to pull a gun out. And they're going to start shooting.
And they're not going to just shoot at that one person. They're going to open up in the fucking crowd.
So my thing is, right, at the end of the day, a lot of people are giving them backlash and saying the girl that recorded that she shouldn't have recorded it, or she's just doing it for clout. The point is,
that shit needs to be seen.
Of course, but the point is at the end of the day, bro, you had 4 other police officers there too.
Yeah, and why aren't those police officers doing what they're supposed to?
Not only that, but they just stood around, just not doing anything. If I see something going on, bro, I'm like, hey, bro, chill a little bit. Even if me and you got to fight later, I'm okay with that. You feel what I'm trying to say? At the end of the day, you have this nigga on the floor right now.
That goes back to what I say, dog.
These are police officers, which means legally they're first responders. Mm-hmm. Right, and as a first responder, you're held to a certain commitment if you obtain your CPR certification and license, that you are not allowed to refuse aid to someone in need, even if it's someone you do not like. For example, let's say I didn't like Drew and he can't breathe, and I see this and I walk away. Mm-hmm. I could actually go to jail for not giving him CPR because I know how.
And guess what? For murder.
Why are those cops not being treated in the same? Why was their first instinct, oh, he said he can't breathe, let's stop worrying about trying to restrain him since he already has these handcuffs on, and treat him, because we don't need to wait for an ambulance to get here, because they waited till a stretcher was there to even move him. Right. Why didn't they try to treat him?
No, okay.
Well, then it was too late.
Like the man said, like, our guy was doing an interview and he was a witness to what happened, and like you said, like, they weren't trying to do anything. They wanted to see him die. They wanted him to die, because at the end of the day, bro, we see mass shooting happens all the time, right? It was schools, malls, whatever.
What's the outcome? In Toronto.
What happened?
What's the outcome?
We're going to discuss that. All that's going to happen. When all that stuff happened, it's always a peaceful, like, arrest. You arrested them, take him in custody, whatever it is.
Just kill
13 people. I never seen people doing simple stuff. Like selling cigarette, yes, it's illegal, but we're just selling cigarettes. You deserve to get
cigarettes is illegal, but so is shooting up a school. So why is it being treated different?
I don't know, and that's the part that irritates the fuck out of me. I don't understand. And then not only that, but then a lot of people who I see on my timeline who say that racism don't affect them, right? They say that stupid. No, they say that the racism don't affect them, or they don't see why race. Cause I always talk about race. You know me. I'm always like white people this, white people that, and a lot of people's like, oh,
he always gets the backlash about Chris making it about race.
Right, Chris White is always about race. And I sit back and I look at these same people who says why is always about race, quoting Malcolm X saying, "Hey, we can't keep kumbaya and singing. It's time for us to go to war, right? All right, so we'll go to war. What's gonna happen? What's going to happen?
What's going to happen?
We seen the protest that's happening in Minnesota right now.
What's going to happen,
we seen the protest that's happening in Minnesota right now. Right? Nigga. They're the day after, right? These people live in these neighborhoods, right? These people go to work in these neighborhoods, right?
So he said, what's going to happen?
You're not only affecting these people who you think you're go to the
second person go
to the police, nigga. Go to the Congress office. Go loot that.
Well, he's saying they're protesting the wrong.
What that's going to do?
He's saying that they're protesting the wrong thing. No, hold up, listen, because that becomes real ignorant. If the cops is doing something wrong. wrong, right? If the cops is constantly killing blacks and browns, constantly wrongfully arresting us, constantly wrongfully charging us for shit and pinning crimes on us, if there's something they're constantly doing, right? And blacks say the cops keep mistreating us, so we're gonna riot and we're gonna protest, we're gonna do all that, right? What's more effective? Go riot and protest in the streets that, you know, tearing up stores and spray painting, graffiti, all that, or rioting and protesting in the Congress offices, at police stations, to the people that's actually affected.
Look what these people did,
what he's
bro.
saying.
Because
you go to this barbershop and you do all this shit to this barber. What did he do?
You're fucking up the community.
He did nothing.
Come on.
And then you still gotta live in that.
Fuck Target. Target don't put no money in my pocket, my nigga.
But how does that affect the police?
What you mean? Yo, we got sometimes, because how much times we gonna peaceful protest, we gonna kneel, and we gonna how much fucking times? Yo, this is every 2 fucking weeks, man. This shit happens, my nigga.
But he's not saying that the protest. He's saying that the protest that's going on.
Okay, and I love it. I'm so glad that they're doing this shit.
It's not effective.
It is.
It's targeting the wrong stuff. Because you go to Target, you go to this gas station, you go to this store, you destroy it. Okay, cool. Well, next week the cops are still doing it because y'all did nothing to
let's
deter what's going on.
Let's dig more, right? So these people are protesting in the neighborhood that they live in, right? Or they say they don't even live in, right? These people actually depend on these stores, these gas stations, these things. They depend on it. So the next day when the rioting stops, what happens now?
Yo, sometimes you just gotta burn shit down and build it back up, my nigga. And that's what the fuck is going to happen.
Okay, but with
them,
so the question is,
with
the burning down and the building back up, how does that stop the cops?
Motherfuckers out here false protesting and talking about they did that shit to that motherfucker. Why are these people still able to even walk the street after
you talking about the police, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Why are you able to even walk the street?
Why are the protests not directed towards them?
What they gonna do? Fire you with leave and still pay you and fuck all that, man. Right. That's all the nigga been getting, man. We don't get no fair shake, my nigga. And nigga tired of that,
we had
man.
another case with the lady that I was telling you about, the lady that she's facing the charges for her infant's death because a cop was going 90-something miles an hour and rammed into the back of her car and the baby died, and she's the one that's facing the charges.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, well,
they're not held responsible.
Well,
and if we keep doing things like, I'm going to go on social media and I'm going to talk shit about what's going on.
That ain't going to change nothing.
Exactly. Or I'm going to go into the neighborhood and I'm going to go fuck everything up. Even though no cop is being affected outside of they're getting called and having to come and stop it. What is going to be changed that makes the cops, that makes the people that's in charge, government, prosecutors, all of those, start taking responsibility for what's being done to us? Check
it out. Don't you know? They ain't even supposed to be shooting these niggas, even though they out there riding. They ain't even supposed to be shooting them with live ammo. Do you even know that? They supposed to be shooting them with bean bags and fucking rubber bullets. So what the fuck? What you mean? What you mean you don't understand what I'm saying? No, loot that shit. Fuck that, because they in the wrong for already doing what they doing.
So you're not listening. You're deaf. I hear what you're saying. Loot, right? Cool, do it right. What is that going to do overall to prevent this from happening?
What you mean?
Answer that question.
Because when y'all do this, let's just say y'all did this here in where Minnesota. So now let's just say you go do it in Louisiana now. Do the same fucking thing over there, man. Until y'all learn y'all fucking lesson. Y'all can't keep doing this, man.
Right. Except they're not going to learn a lesson. The only thing that's going to happen
is you have to learn. Somebody's going to have to take a stand.
Yes,
somebody, my nigga.
The stance that gets taken from reactions like that is, okay, Minnesota's doing this now. All the other states, all the other cities are seeing this, and they start doing go have martial law.
Lock that shit down.
So they the only ones with guns?
Okay, you can take that mentality.
They the only ones with guns?
But do you really think that the citizens that have guns right now are going to be able to win a fight towards the army?
Yo, I don't even want to bring this type of shit up. I watch motherfucking El Chapo kids back down police and send police away.
Yes, in
and
a
you feel what I'm
small town,
saying?
nigga.
Like, come
in
on,
a
my
small
nigga.
town.
I want to hear that, man.
But you're talking about on a big scale. You're talking about
this is a big scale.
Okay, so that's what I said. You're talking about big scale.
So what would be the solution for this right
in
here?
my personal
what would be the solution for this right here?
Direct that anger towards the people that's actually causing issues.
Go to
they trying. Don't you see that all them niggas was all them fucking police officers posted up in front of this man's house?
Yeah, absolutely. You see what the white people did the other week? What they did when they wanted to get out of the house? What they wouldn't want to get
out the house?
No, they went out. They masked up, got their fucking AKs, and did what?
Went out the house.
In the Congress building. Went in the Congress building. They didn't go looting. They didn't go fucking shit up. They went up in the Congress building and say, "Yo, let us out. Let us out now. Get out. The fuck you mean?"
Man, they was gonna let a nigga out.
So guess what? If they would have went to Target and did that, it'd have got nothing done. But if you direct your anger towards the right, or not even your anger, if you direct what you're believing in towards the right people, then it's actually gonna get somewhere.
No justice.
You go burning shit down. Okay, so now you in jail. And probably one of the victims that's getting the shit beat out of them, or possibly killed. What was solved?
Right. So what y'all gonna say when these niggas go to court and get off scot-free because they gonna say, yo, he was doing his job?
See, you're missing it because we're not saying don't protest. That's what you're missing. We're not saying don't protest. We're saying do it the right way. Do it in a way that's going to be effective to make change happen. Not running around ignorant and wild just to make a mess. Not even because I'm pretty sure some people don't even know what they're protesting. Some of them are just doing it because they see people causing hate back.
I see a free TV. We're finna get that free TV. I don't.
And that's what it is.
I don't blame them.
It isn't a riot behind there's something I believe in and I want to do it. It's exactly that. Free TV, free this, free that. I'm going to get it. But at the end of the day, people are still getting murdered. People are still being wrongfully convicted of a whole bunch of shit. And the only thing that we seem to care about is breaking shit. Okay, so what did that TV that you just stole change for next week?
I got a fucking TV.
Okay, and then someone else dies next week, and how did that TV solve
Get another one when they kill another nigga. I'm gonna keep fucking shit up, man, until y'all learn. Y'all got to stop, man.
Y'all let us know what y'all think we should do in the comments, or what you think the best case scenario for this outcome is.
No justice, no fucking peace, man.
At the end of the day, he feels like we should retaliate like Malcolm X. In my opinion, I should do something like MLK. I don't fucking know. We should be a little bit in between both. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I'm just tired of seeing our people dying by the hands of the police. And another thing, so all the white people want to throw the statistics out there saying that blacks are killing more than blacks. You're 1,000 million% right. But the fact is, we're not here to protect and serve. That's the police job. And the police job is supposed to protect and serve, and now you're killing us. Who the fuck are we supposed to depend on to protect us? You feel me?
At the end of the day, if you're a white person that's yelling that about blacks are killing blacks, then that goes to show that you're actually a part of the problem, because you think that because one person did it, then it should be okay for whites to continue killing blacks because there is crime going on within its own community. But last time I checked, whites have crimes going on within their own community. So if blacks started to do what the whites were doing, would y'all look at it that way and say, well, we're killing each other, so it's okay for the blacks to come and kill us? Because I'm pretty sure y'all wouldn't take it that way.
Y'all the most scariest motherfuckers out there, because I see y'all doing some of the most heinous shit.
And shout out to the Minnesota governor. He said that being black should not be a death sentence.
Yeah, I love it.
And a whole lot of people got offended by it. And the ones that did get offended by it are the ones that you need to keep your eyes on.
And the ones who having meetings late night in the bushes and shit with fucking scarves and shit on.
Y'all let us know in the comment section, what's the right way to handle this? Do we continue looting and burning stores down, or do we find another way? And if it is another way, what are some examples and ideas of how to make this better outside of sitting around and just constantly talking about it, because it's not getting anywhere? Like this video, share, subscribe, hit that notification button down below if you're already subscribed so you can get notified every time we put out new content like this one or any other material that we release. And until next time, we're out.
Peace.